Hey, I'm Courtney Waldron. I'm a voice coach, and this is Insta Technique, the series where I bring you interesting, actionable info to make your voice sound the way you want it to. So today, I want to know if you've been wondering if vocal coaching is right for you. Sometimes it's hard to know because it's something you haven't ever experienced or seen, and new experiences can be very scary. The very fact that we haven't done it before makes it scary to do. So maybe you're scared of voice lessons because you haven't gotten to experience one before. I'm here to walk you through what one looks like step by step. My amazing longtime voice client Ari agreed to have her most recent session recorded so that you could get a little glimpse and a peek into it. Now I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but I am going to show you a little bit of what we did together, show you some of her really sparkly moments, and explain a little bit of what's going on. Ari is primarily an opera singer, but we have tackled pop and rock together too. And through exploring those other genres and styles, her operatic voice has actually become stronger, which is very exciting. So in this session, we're working on an aria, which is a fancy word for a solo song within an opera. I'm going to jump into the lesson about halfway through her warm-up. We had just hit some very, very, very high notes. Here you're going to see us moving back down to the other end of her range. We're trying to really find a nice middle ground because opera needs to use the whole of the range in a very consistent way. So we're working from the outsides in and making that middle really strong as well. So let's take it back down here. Start engaging some of that lower register so we can blend it in the middle and get that really nice light mix for this opera stuff. So we're gonna go on the mum, really tall mum with the cry. Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum. Yep, and cry up into here just a little more. Mum, 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 mum. Let's start up here. Let's go. Good. Cry into that bottom note so it connects. Yeah. So that was pretty simple, right? You heard at the bottom when we started, it was a little bit muddy sounding, and then I skipped forward. She had worked her way all the way up to the top. We started at the top and worked our way back down, and those bottom notes started sounding much clearer and more connected on the way down. So we're really just doing the exercises to build those connections between the registers and make them all sound beautiful. So that the next thing that we're going to do is work on some staccato work and again some vocal cord coordination, and you can see how that goes. So since this is kind of a bouncy flowy song, let's get into a little staccato work. So let's go Good. So now we're going to go back down, but I want you to round it out to an O. So it'll get a little harder because we're getting that full tone on it, but it'll be a fuller tone, so it'll translate to the music better. So it's good. So by the end of this staccato exercise, you can hear her full operatic tone start to come out. So in warm-ups, I usually like to say warm-ups are like your weight training, and your song is your game. If we're talking about singers as athletes, you're running some drills and some making your muscles stronger with your warm-ups and your exercises, but you're not necessarily trying to sound like your finished tone, your finished product. we do our weightlifting and don't worry about the actual sound in exercises, and then we start moving toward the finished sound before we start working on our song. And that's what happened. She started sounding like a full-blown opera singer and sounds amazing. In this last exercise, we're going to connect all of those staccato notes into a legato instead, and we're engaging a little bit more support from here to make it even stronger. There were a couple of blips in the beginning, but by the time she got up into that soprano place where she's really comfortable, it was sounding wonderful. So take a listen here.
Let's do one more thing. So we're gonna really engage your diaphragm on this, and we're just gonna do this scale again, but we're gonna do a big connected legato. So it'll be oh. So we're engaging a little bit more of that chesty place and the diaphragm. Oh. You can even kind of go huh, oh, oh. Just get a feeling of that connection there. Oh. That's it. Yep. Yeah, one more. There you go. Sounds good.
So the next thing we did was moved on to song work. So this is a song we've been working on for several weeks. She knows the melody, the notes really well, and we have worked on the German for the song. We've done the first verse, but this was our first session where we worked on the German and the second verse. So when you sing in a foreign language, you have to both learn how to pronounce the language and what the language means. You don't have to understand it literally, but you should know what each phrase means so that when you perform it, you can convey the message. So we had gone through all of that. I cut all of that out. You don't want to see that. It's pretty boring if you're not actually going to do the singing. And then this is her starting to put those words back with the notes. So we went back and forth between, oh, how did I pronounce this? Or how does this fit within the melody that I already know? And just making it all fit together. So watch that for a minute.
So let's just start you at the beginning, and since I can't play along with you anyway, you can just take it at whatever tempo works for you. Okay. This right here.
Mit dem Profil in a größerem Stil, schon genügend spricht, so sind sie. Hold on. So, how does that one go? So sind sie. So sind sie.
So that's the same one as Die Leute zu sehen.
Okay. So sind sie die Figur.
That's closer. Let's try that one more time. It's so, Zane goes up. So sind sie die Figur.
So sind sie die Figur.
Yeah, that was it.
So right there we were figuring out where the words go with the melody, right? And it was kind of messing with what her brain even remembered of the melody. So we worked it out together. Now this thing that you're about to see is that the melody and the words are correct, but since we're singing the melody on different vowels and consonants than we're used to, her voice was kind of like, I don't know where to place this, and it cracked a little bit, and it was just a really, really quick little fix. So watch that.
Yeah, do that one more time. So, keep it really small right up at the front of your mouth. Yeah.
All right, so next step. There are some really, really quick notes in this melody coming up, and if you've ever sung German, you should know that German is very difficult to sing for us Americans because the consonants are very guttural. There are also a lot of consonants at the front of the word, or the back of the word, in the middle of the word. There's just lots of consonants in German. And when you have to put those on very quick little 16th notes in the middle of a song, that can get really challenging. So we just slowed it down. We separated the melody from the words again. We separated the words from the melody. We put them together, and it became sort of magical at the end. So watch this.
När solen så förbättrar ganz ihr Herz erfüllt. När solen så förbättrar ganz ihr Herz erfüllt.
Let's do that one tricky part. Let's slow it down. Because those words are just like salad right now.
Yeah.
Even though they're right, they're just like coming out. So let's do like that slow, okay?
Okay. Der Schonen so verwirrt, ganz ihr Herz erfüllt. Der Schonen so verwirrt, ganz ihr Herz erfüllt.
Yeah. And honestly, the part that's getting you in both places is just that descending.
Mhm.
So real quick, let's go. Der Schonen so verwirrt, So just switch to on that descending arpeggio right there.
Okay. Der Schonen so verwirrt,
Yeah, that's perfect. Now do that, but with the words, and keep that feeling, that so that you know where to put the notes, okay?
Okay. Der Schonen so verwirrt, hat ganz ihr Herz erfüllt.
That was way cleaner that time. Way,
Okay.
way cleaner. So let's do that on the second one too.
Der Schonen so verwirrt,
Yeah. So just do that right there. So it's just a triad there in the middle. Do that again. It's a major, not a minor on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like total Disney princess right there. Just happy about it. Yeah, now go Yeah, that's perfect right there. Now go Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Wann ganz ihr Herz erfüllt.
hat ganz ihr Herz erfüllt.
So clean that time. So clean that time. So let's put that together with the whole phrase. The
Der Schonen so verwirrt, hat ganz ihr Herz erfüllt.
way cleaner that time. So good.
And that was pretty much it. We put all of those elements together that we worked on into the full song to just facilitate the learning that way of how everything goes in order. We did a quick little cool down, and that was the end of the lesson. So Ari and I also just like to chat forever when we're done, which I, of course, didn't include here. Yeah, that's what a voice lesson looks like, especially when over Skype, because I know a lot of people are really hesitant about doing lessons over Skype or FaceTime or Google Hangouts or whatever, honestly, it's great. It helps you develop your ear as well as your voice because of the repeating back and forth. So I highly recommend it if you have been thinking about it and have just been sort of uneasy because you didn't know how it would work. This is how it works. It's super easy. It's super fun. And of course, this, again, was a classical student. She's an opera singer. She wants to be an opera singer. Y'all, I don't make anyone sing anything they don't want to. I want you to come in here and tell me why you love to sing, and we're just going to work on what makes you happy. It is not my job to judge what kind of music you love or what kind of songs you want to sing. It's just my job to help you with them. I hope this has been enlightening, and if you are interested in trying out a lesson, go ahead and shoot me a DM or check out that link in my bio. I am taking students right now, and my fee is reduced at the moment, so send me an email and let me know. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.